All right. Thanks everybody. Let's go. Hey, thanks everybody for joining me for this ride here in Toronto. If you're joining the channel for the first time, I do biking and walking videos around the city. However, today we are riding in the city. I'm just going to talk about one thing that caught my eye over the past couple of days. There was a bike accident in Toronto. A bike accident downtown. In an intersection that I traveled quite a bit, and I filmed it a few times, and it was very tragic. The young man passed away, hit a truck hit him, all that kind of stuff, which is sad, and we all feel sorry about and upset about tragic events. But what I want to talk about is the way the news media reports it. What we get usually, I got my news from Twitter, and I'm sure it's the same with radio, news, media, paper, all that kind of stuff. It's the same. I don't watch any TV news or any radio, but I'm sure it's the same. The article that came out, it said cyclist got hit, and then they started proceeding talking about his cyclist's personal life, what he was doing, how his parents felt. A lot of emotional news, which is, I think it's private. We all know, we're all educated enough, and hopefully we're all smart enough to know how it feels when you lose somebody you care about, watch this car. And we don't need to hear that. I think that's kind of trying to make a glory news to sell newspapers. However, I think the news should be put out, but in a proper way. I would suggest completely different. I think they should do a proper investigation and release all the data properly. Not technically, because most people do not understand technical data, because you have to be in school for investigation school, probably a couple of years or whatever. So they need to put out this information in a way, they're building that thing. It's a nice shot. In a way that, relatively uneducated, average, smart person would understand. Like a younger cyclist maybe. And that way people can learn from these kind of tragic mistakes and ride safer. I don't want to hear it. There's absolutely no point in you telling me how upset her parents were. Almost every human being on the planet understands that concept. That if you lose a loved one, you're going to be very upset. That you don't need to put that in the paper. You're only putting that in the paper to get hits, likes, subscription, all that financial stuff. You're making money off somebody's misery. That's wrong. That's wrong. What you have to do, you have to give the information clearly and simply. Watch the blue Jeep. All right. Simply, in a language that's understandable to most people. You know, when there is a plane crash, any kind of a small plane crash, there's always an investigation, and people are wanting to find out why happened, what went wrong, and they'll fix it so this won't happen in the future. That's why the air travel is so safe, not because being in a metal box in the sky is a safe thing. It's not. It's very dangerous. The reason it's safe is because after every incident, there's a proper report, and people get educated to fly properly. Now, pilots, I assume, they have to be a little bit smarter than an average bike rider. Anybody can ride a bike, but not everybody can fly a plane. But still, if you make it easy and understandable, then I think it saves a lot of lives. I think that's my thoughts on that issue. Trying to find an alleyway. But hope the family is doing the best they can. I think they should do a report on every car accident and publish it, and every bicycle accident. That way maybe we save, I think, thousands of lives and injuries. Thanks for listening, and we're going to continue in the next video on different subject and probably just a look-see of the Toronto. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.